It's the Fast Lane Daily team on assignment, coppin' mad style. Always fresh, every day, Fast Lane Daily.
BMW sets its sights on an electric version of the 1 Series. The rumor mill is buzzing with the first real photos of the Audi A1, and it's with Justin Timberlake. Ian, add that to the tags. And there's a problem with being an eco-friendly traffic light, especially in the cold. All that plus Leo Parente explains why Michael Schumacher is so special in today's Shakedown. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm asking. I'm Derek D, and you're watching Fast Lane Daily.
Living in the fast lane, baby. Tuning in the Fast Lane Daily.
BMW has planned to set their 1 Series ActiveE concept free. The E is for electric, much like the Mini E project, which was an all-electric Mini leased to 500 individuals for testing in the real world. The BMW ActiveE will be set into the wild to gather data on real-world driving of an electric car. With most of the technologies being tested for future model development, we do know that ActiveE gets 170 horsepower and 184 pounds-feet of torque. According to BMW, the specialized synchronous motor mimics torque delivery in the deeper ranges of the power band, creating better engine efficiency. The batteries can charge in 4.5 hours on a typical 220-volt US household outlet, 3 hours European, with a range of 100 miles. You lucky Europeans. The project is aimed for unveiling at the Detroit Auto Show in 2010, so once that rolls around, we'll be sure to let you know. ActiveE. Kind of sounds like a rapper's name. Like, yo, it's ActiveE in the Bimmer, sorry. I think we take for granted when a green light is ahead of us and we plow through it at about 50 miles per hour or so. But if that light were to malfunction, it could be deadly. Traffic lights have been around for just about as long as cars have, and they are there to keep us safe on the roads. Well, now in some cold areas like Illinois, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, traffic lights are freezing over because of the new energy-efficient LED lights. The main reason is they don't give off enough heat. The old incandescent lights never had this problem because, well, they use 90% more energy. Energy equals heat. The LED lights get covered when the wind is right and there's a snowstorm or freezing rain. There's already been dozens of accidents, including 1 death, because of the iced-over traffic lights. Right now, authorities are using air compressors to blow the ice and snow off until they can figure out a better solution. So if you live in one of those cold areas and you're driving along, I want to take a closer look at the traffic lights if there's a storm. That green might just be red. Okay. And now on to the internet rumor mill. Yesterday we read the press release that Justin Timberlake would become the official spokesman for Audi's upcoming viral internet campaign for the new A1. Yeah, as you can tell, it was a priority. Well, despite our best judgment, guess what today's internet rumor mill is about? It's for good reason, though. Spotted at a recent video shoot, Justin Timberlake is next to a completely undisguised Audi A1, our first glimpse of the car. Not much is different from the concept version we saw last year, or even the graffiti we saw the other day. We just hope those viral videos are worth something. Right, Ian? You're a fan of Justin Timberlake. I won't, but he might. Nice, nice. Well, he's banging Jessica Biel and she's smoking hot, so hey, give it up to him. Next up, Leo Parente gives us the lowdown as to why Michael Schumacher is such a unique driver. That's up on Shakedown right after this.
Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Been practicing the speech, hadn't I?
A little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed it.
That was good. I liked it.
The movies Oceans 11, 12, and 13 remind me of Schumacher's return to F1, in that those picks are really just George Clooney, Brad Pitt buddy flicks. And this F1 sequel will simply be Mike coming back to buddy up with Ross Brawn for another round of capers. Ross is the Danny Ocean of Formula One, the cool, always with an angle, planner, schemer, team motivator. Michael Schumacher is Rusty, the Brad Pitt character, the get-it-done team leader everybody depends upon. So here we go again, just like at Benetton or Ferrari before. Mike and Ross, this time with MB money backers, to hit the GP casino, run the other guys ragged, and always leave them a step or two behind this 2010 version of Ocean's Brat Pack.
You in yet? I hate that question.
J.D. Power just ranked Mercedes #1 in customer retention, owners who stay loyal to a brand. MB's pretty good with drivers too, as Mikey Mike started his pro wheel work in these Mercedes Sauber Turbo V8 Le Mans cars. Mercedes wants Schumacher for more than just his name buzz. Mike's appeal lies in his car development expertise, his ability to get the lap when it's needed, and his outright speed. But want to know how Michael is fast? Schumi knows how to carry speed into the corners and to maintain it through the entire corner with throttle steering and many steering wheel inputs to stay on the limit, a more precise limit that he can sense versus others. And now we have telemetry, a comparison between Schumacher and his Benetton teammate at the time, Johnny Herbert. Check this out.
Michael Schumacher approaches on full throttle with the blue line at about 160 miles an hour. He eases back and then he progressively increases to be on full throttle on the exit. Now comparing this with Johnny Herbert's throttle position, we can see that in fact Herbert keeps on full throttle for longer. Certainly no lacking in bravery, but then he has a much bigger lift to slow the car down more before slightly raggedly increasing it back to full throttle again. Now looking at the speed trace, the blue line of Michael Schumacher shows his speed increasing all the way up to 160 miles an hour, and then in fact it really rather levels off all the way through the corner, hovering around the 160 miles an hour point before dropping abruptly away again as he brakes for Priory. Now looking at Herbert's speed trace, he's a little slower out of the previous corner, but gradually makes up ground, and so he's virtually as fast on the very approach to bridge. But because of that much bigger lift on the throttle, his speed then drops down quite significantly. He's 5 miles an hour slower in the middle of the corner.
Watch the entire video to get the full shakedown on how Mike drives. And here's more evidence of Mike's skills as he holds off Damon Hill at Spa in 1995.
Michael Schumacher has made the correct decision. Damon Hill needs to get by. He needs to force the issue. Oh, he's on the outside and he doesn't pull it off yet. Hang on to your hat here, boys. This is a fight for the World Championship as well as a fight for this race win. Michael Schumacher making it so difficult on slick tires for Damon Hill, who's on wet weather tires.
So how to learn all this? Well, it's claimed that Lewis Hamilton isolates inputs and then reassembles the facts. First, he listens to the throttle to gauge actions and effects. Getting on the gas earlier and harder is always better. Then, driving the same way, visual signals, where the car is on the track. And finally, car feel. Is it sliding, stuck, rotating, bouncing around? Look, I don't want to bore you with this stuff, but I figure if you love cars, you'd want to know how to get the most out of them. And perish the thought, you improve your skills on the road or on the game sim. I want you to watch the crashes, not be the next YouTube clip. And if you are in the learning mode, also check out this video with ex-F1 guy Martin Brundle as he explains the foundations of driving and car setup. You know, there's an unwritten rule with race car drivers that passengers must be shown the limits. Be it a ride with Mike or whoever, there is a code. So you get footage like this. Now here's Italian ex-F1 star Riccardo Patrese with his run with his wife. Featured before on VOD Cars, but this time with subtitles.
No! No! Per favore! Basta! Non sei stronzo! Ma vaffanculo, non salgo più! Coscienza che salgo ancora! Te l'avevo detto che non volevo salire!
Check out the full video here and enjoy the full passion of Patrese's effusive bambolina. Hey, I love my wife, and I love this video because this is my marriage. To close, since this became a driver's episode, here's some in-car footwork. Red boots in a V8 supercar, black shoes in a no-clutch contemporary GP car, and some blue boot pedal dancing from Group B Rallymeister Walter Roll. Later.
Wow, that footwork is just insane. I swear, it's like they're playing an instrument. You know, but I guess it is an instrument. A car is the instrument, right? And Ricardo's face in that is the best. He's got that smirk while she's just like, Mamma mia, Ricardo, no! It's great, hilarious. Well, that about does for Fast Lane Daily today. I'm Derek D. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday already. Jeez, these weeks are flying by. I gotta do some Christmas shopping. Yeah, go do some shopping and buy me stuff. Send it in. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane.